Dude, what's up, man?
Chilling, dude, just chilling. How are you? How's
Yo, I'm
Vegas?
good. Vegas is quiet, man. It's really weird. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm actually gonna run on the strip, probably maybe tomorrow or maybe even tonight. But it's completely closed down. Like there's nothing but cop cars in front of the casinos and just two things, runners and photographers. You would kill it out here right now.
Dude, I want to come out there so bad right now just because of that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
What's your dog's name?
This is Allie.
Hey, Allie. Right on. I didn't know you had a dog.
Yeah, she's chill. She's
Right
gone.
on.
Uh,
But yeah, man, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, man.
Dude, I've been all right. I was just on tour before all this stuff happened, and then the whole COVID thing happened, and then been home quarantining ever since.
Do I hear you, man? Yeah, and I know you're an active guy. Like you're always out boarding or like shooting or something, you know. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I know this got to be tough on you for sure. So for everybody that's joining,
Boarding, dude.
say what now?
I still go out and board every day.
Good, 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 good. Right on, man. Yeah, out here, even during the lockdown, like we were allowed to exercise. Like if we were exercising, we're good to go. So you had people like boarding, blading, you know, me, I just go on runs and whatnot. But yeah, man, so for everybody watching and everybody that's going to watch, because we're going to put this on our IGTV, it's going to be on our story for 24 hours. This is AJ Balanza, also known as StitchHands. Just amazing photographer. His photo work is just great. To kind of like share like a small story of how we met you. We had a show going on at the Hard Rock San Diego on the roof, and AJ just kind of walks into the show, super polite guy. He was supporting one of the bands that we booked called Feel Good, and he was just like, hey man, do you mind if I shoot some shots tonight? And we, of course, let him through. We got him a photo pass, and somehow, I don't know if it was the band or you that sent us the photos, but they were just amazing. Like, the lights just popped. Like, it was just this great just set of, like, there's a lot of people that jump into events, and they shoot, and they do their thing, but, like, there's very few people who could bring out just the livelihood of what is a live concert and make all the colors pop in such a dark setting. And you were there. And it was just this extravagant display of just amazing photography. So ever since then, StitchHands has been like one of our go-to guys for photography. So everybody that's gonna watch this is StitchHands. He's amazing. Definitely hit him up for your photo needs. But yeah, man, tell us a little bit about where you are right now.
San Diego, California. It's sunny. It's 70, 80 degrees. It's beautiful. The beaches are open now for swimming and
Nice.
activity, so that's really exciting.
Right on. Cool, cool. And what have you been doing to kind of, other than boarding, what have you been doing to kind of keep yourself busy during quarantine?
Dude, literally 12 hours of one-wheeling a day.
Really? One wheel?
One-wheeling. And then, like me and I have a few other people I ride with, and we've been filming, so I've started this new project of just like all the crazy stuff we've been doing and filming it and documenting it.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm kind of lost on the term one wheeling. You're talking about just
You know my
explain it to
little
us right now.
skateboard that I ride to work all the time? My little
Yeah.
like one-wheel skateboard that I ride to work? So
Yeah.
like we're pioneering what people are able to do on that and just like dropping off like 7-foot drops and like doing like no slides off like dumpsters and shit, like some of the craziest things that no one has ever seen on these boards before.
Dude, rad. Yeah, no, I actually, now that you mention it, I do remember you just kind of wheeling into work on this board with the big wheel in the middle, right? And just like just skating, or not skating, but whatever, just boarding through the gas lamp and like where there's like 200, 400, even 1,000 people, and you just make it to work.
Yeah, no worries.
Rad. Well, cool, man. Well, so a little bit about this is, I mean, because I also consider you a friend, so a little bit about this is going to be catching up. So I'm glad you're doing well, man. It's good to meet Allie, your dog. Yeah, I did want to ask, and I'm surprised I don't know this, because you and I have had a lot of conversations together. We've had shots together. We've had too many shots together. How long have you been a photographer? I should know this.
I've been shooting since my sophomore year in high school. So
Okay.
that's a long time ago. That's a long time ago. Yeah, I think my 10-year reunion was last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've
Sick.
probably been shooting 11, 12, 13 years. Wow, it's too long.
Did
Having
you
so much.
did you do anything to celebrate the 10 year?
Absolutely not. I was on tour.
Oh
Everyone
man.
else was in Ballast Point off of Miramar Road here in San Diego at the big, big brewery. But no, I was on tour. Where was I? I think I was somewhere like, I think I was in Miami during the 10 years when it was all going down.
Right on, man. I haven't even been to Miami yet, so that's.
Dude, you
I mean,
gotta
even if
go.
you weren't celebrating, that's pretty cool. I see SGV Vibes are going to be interviewing you guys next week. It's a cool ska reggae band, or excuse me, reggae band that we work with. Guys, this is AJ Balanza, phenomenal photographer that we work with. I'm just going to be pep talking you the whole time, by the way, man. I'm a huge fan of your work. So when you jumped into photography, did you was it immediately event photography, or were you doing more still shots first? How did you get into the live concert environment?
So in high school, I used to be in a hardcore band, like a hardcore metal band, and was always fascinated of what the photographers came up with, like our shows, and they'd be like, "Yo, check out these pictures," and just wanted to start creating myself. I was in a photography class in high school, so I had access to rent cameras and stuff. So I'd bring these cameras, take pictures of the shows before our set, and then go play our set, and would just always be so fascinated with the pictures, and then gave up on the music and just started pursuing the visual aspect of creativity.
Was it a hardcore band in San Diego?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Dude, I feel like a terrible friend right now, man. I'm learning all this new stuff about you.
I used to play Epicenter and Selma and all those venues that are no longer around.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, Epicenter, I remember that spot. When Groove first expanded into San Diego, we had a look at Epicenter, and then we had a look at Atomic, which used to be Stage Bar, but Atomic was in the middle of the gas lamp, so we went there, and they gave us a better deal. And then after our first show, House of Blues was just bring your stuff over here, and we've been kind of loyal to them ever since. But dude, right on, man. What was the name of your hardcore band?
They're called Endure the Fall.
Endure the Fall. I'm gonna write that down.
I think it's still stuff on MySpace. If you look it up, there might be a track or two on MySpace.
Rad. Well, that's a pretty hardcore name, man. Rad. So you're in the hardcore band, San Diego, original fam. You dive into photography. How did you develop the name StitchHands?
Okay, so StitchHands, that's a funny one. StitchHands came back from, so it might not look like it, but I used to rave a lot.
Cool.
Full beads all the way down the arms and a bandana and ecstasy on my tongue and just a lot of crazy stuff,
Right.
But then I'd always have lights on my fingers. So then my rave name was Stitch, but I would always be giving these hand shows.
Right.
And people would be "Yo, it's StitchHands. You gotta go look at those," and it just stuck with me ever since.
Dude, rad. Man, I'm beaming right now. I'm so stoked that we're having this conversation. This is all stuff that we should have probably talked about before. I should have known before, but I think we were too busy either shooting stuff, throwing the show, or having shots, and then finding the after party. So this is great, man. Okay, so that's how you got the name StitchHands. Okay, so here's a fun one. I've been asking everybody this, and this might be this might be either really good or really horrifying to ask you. What is the weirdest thing that you've ever had to deal with at a concert or on tour?
Weirdest thing. I know the funnest thing that I have to deal with at a concert is every now and then we'll have bridal parties come through, and they're just the life of the show. There's you have a bridal party come through, and you have one girl who's about to get married and her 15 friends. And all of them cheering for this one girl, and it's just the energy that it brings to the entire concert or to the vibes is just so fun to be around.
For sure. Yeah, I will say that bridal parties are a lot more. I don't want to discourage bachelor parties from coming to our shows, but bridal parties, just the energy is 10 times through the roof. Whereas a guy that's more
party come through yet though. I haven't had bachelors come through and just be "Yeah, dude, I'm about to get married." For some reason, it's just bridal parties always show up to our shows.
For sure. Yeah, I know we've had a few at Hard Rock for sure that just kind of just come on through.
We were 3 in one night.
Which show was that?
It was either our first one back or the second one back. I just remember it was so crazy. There was so many people that showed up.
Right on. Was this this was Hard Rock?
No, this was Tin Roof.
Oh, Tin Roof. Okay, cool, cool. It's funny with so House of Blues, where we started working there, and then we never stopped except for a tiny little portion of time where the management kind of changed. And then, but with Hard Rock, like we'll do shows for a year straight, and then we'll stop for like 6 months, and then we'll come back. And the same thing with Tin Roof, like we'll go for like 8 months, and then we'll stop for two, and then we've had when you say like, when we came back, I have like three different times in my brain memory of like when we came back to the Tin Roof. But rad. Okay, cool, cool. So another fun question for you. What is your biggest pet peeve when it comes with photography? Like this could be anything from people altering your photos without your permission, removing the tags. Biggest pet peeve when it comes to being a photographer.
I think the biggest pet peeve I have is sometimes, like, I'll be really high and my focus won't be on point, and like my pictures will just come out just like a hair bit blurry, and I'm just like, oh man, if I was just paying just a little bit more attention, these shots would have been so good. But because I'm taking like 2,000-3,000 pictures a night, like there's always something that balances out. But when I'm like viewing my footage, sometimes I'll be like, man, that would have been a good one.
Gotcha. And for the record, for anybody watching, AJ's photos are always just on point. We've kind of established you as we have a few actually, we call them senior photographers, and basically when you're in town, it's like cool, we're staffing AJ. And you've noticed this. We were actually talking about this before the pandemic. You said like you were just like, John, like you guys always have a knack for somehow figuring out when I just came back to town and just giving me shows after shows.
Dude, I appreciate that so much, because it's like when I come back home from tour, like I want to keep shooting, you know?
For sure. Who do you tour with, by the way?
My last tour, so I did a marketing tour for Hollister. They're like a clothing company. So what we do is sorry, I had to let my dog outside. So I toured with Hollister, and we set up like pop-up concerts at high schools for lunchtime to promote anti-bullying.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Rad.
So we set up, we do 5 shows a day, just passing out free t-shirts to all the kids, free Hollister gift cards, and then just throwing a freaking concert. I'll have like 1 or 2 artists who just play. If I don't have artists that show up that day, I'll just DJ.
Rad. That's cool. That's really cool. And I know that you were doing Warped Tour for a while, weren't you?
I was doing Warped Tour, but then Warped Tour finally closed down last year. So last year was the last year ever that they did it.
Gotcha. One of our production managers, Brandon, who handles like our LA and Orange County shows. I'm not sure if you've met him.
I love working with Brandon.
Rad. Okay.
Brandon and I did a few years of Warped Tour together, so like we go back.
Rad. That's what I was gonna say. Is he's done Warped Tour as well. So I'm here acting as if like I introduced you guys. You guys already knew each other.
Nisha used to do Warped Tour too.
So, oh, that's right. Yeah, Nisha was. So everybody watching, Nisha is. We should interview her too. We met Nisha. So we had San Diego photographers. We have a lot actually, but there's in the beginning it was David Brand, but then after that it was Anna Becerra, but she wasn't old enough to shoot in our shows. We needed someone 21, so she introduced us to Nisha, and then eventually we met you, and then of course we've met a bunch of other people since then, from Vito to Stephanie. I'm gonna go listing names on and on. I don't want to bore you, but it's so cool how we're all dude. It's San Diego fam, man. We're all or in this case, Warped Tour fam.
Having you down here, dude.
Dude, right on. So what's it? Definitely not a loaded question, but what's it been like working with Sound the Groove, like at like rock shows that are also parties?
Dude, I'm still working for Sound the Groove whenever we have shows. Like I love coming back all the time. It's always a good time. My favorite thing is it just feels like I'm hanging out with friends, because this is what I do when I hang out with my friends. When we throw our own parties, I'm just out taking pictures of everything. It just feels like, dude, our production managers that we have down there, our sound guys, our dancers, even some of the bands that come back all the time, like I become close friends with them that it just feels like hanging out with family. Rad.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Actually, tomorrow we're interviewing another San Diego fam, Golden.
Golden. So cool. I love working with her. She's a blast.
She's rad. She's as far as atmosphere models goes, like she'll immediately like it's like metaphorically she'll go out and wave her pom poms for like the bands. Like she'll be screaming front row. Like she'll like if the show starts dwindling a bit, she'll run out on the street and just bring more people in. You know. So You know, and I think we all have that energy. I think you're right. It's definitely like a group of friends. It's like a family. God, that sounds cheesy, but it really is though. I mean, we all hang out, we throw the show, we make sure the bands are well taken care of, and then after the show, chances are we're going to the, you know, bar across the street,
Yeah.
a couple shots of whiskey or whatever. Rad, man. So, say what?
He's fun. Like we've done a few glow parties, and like some of like my favorite glow party pictures I've ever like have been with her. Like she's a
Rad.
lot.
Right on. I'll let her know that we gave her a shout out. You know, she's probably going to watch this later because I know we're interviewing her tomorrow. So while we're still, I mean, things are starting to let up a little bit, you know, but, you know, we're still kind of a little bit, you know, in quarantine per se. Is there anything that you want to kind of promote or announce while we have you?
So on Instagram and sometimes YouTube, check out Wheel Fun Stuff. This is my one wheel project that I've been working on. So it's Wheel, WHEEL FUNSTUFF, and it's literally everything that I can document about this new one-wheeled board device, and it's just so fun and it's addicting, and I'm like 15 grand in debt because I bought 8 boards. Like, it's insane.
Jesus. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll personally check it out. I will put it in the description of this too. But yeah, so again, so what we're going to do is we're going to keep this on our Instagram. It's going to be on Instagram Live for 24 hours, but it's going to be on our IGTV permanently. IGTV does the first 15 minutes, and then we'll post it on our YouTube as well. We're basically just going to put it everywhere. This is your permanent. And so for everybody that's watching, this is AJ. He is also known as StitchHands. He's an amazing photographer, San Diego fan, but he travels all over the U.S. And bands, if you're looking for event photography, definitely hit this guy up. He captures the moment. He captures those low light settings, and not just bands, but club photography as well. And actually, you're also responsible for the only. We did 2 hat photo shoots, but our San Diego hat photo shoot that we did on the roof.
Dude, that was fun. That was a fun day.
Yeah, talk about a day with friends and drinking too much. That was pretty cool.
Good times, good people.
Hell yeah, man. Well, dude, I'm so glad to see you, man. It was good to meet your dog. And dude, stay healthy. I'll see you soon. As soon as this is all over, definitely come out to Vegas, and I'm no doubt going to come down to San Diego. But definitely have a great night, man, and thanks for being a part of this.
You too. Thanks, man. Thanks for everything.
Absolutely, brother. Have a good night. Peace.